So Halloween's here. It's this Saturday. This was supposed to be the year for Halloween. A Saturday night filled with little ghouls and goblins knocking on doors and parties for us grown-ups into the wee hours. And then, well, we all know what the end then is. So here we are. I guess the tricks are on all of us this year. Now, I know that there are a lot of you who are planning events now with COVID in mind. And I know it must be frustrating. Uh, Heck, how can it not be? When there are pictures of people from other events in other states with lifted restrictions that are put on by other producers, and these pictures are with folks not wearing their masks, not wearing their PPE. And yet here you are trying to follow the guidelines and do the right thing. Well, first off, let me reassure you, it is the right thing. And it's not just me saying so, but the experts out there, folks with a lot more knowledge than I have, who are out there saying that this is the right and smart thing to do. So instead of getting wrapped up in what people are doing wrong, let's go through a quick checklist of what you can do to make things easier, safer, and to treat your attendees. So first off, don't skimp on the PPE. It's the easiest and simplest way to keep a Halloween event safe. And make sure that you have enough supplies for your staff a few times over. Your staff should be changing gloves frequently, especially if they're handling money or food. In the meantime, have those who are wearing gloves that are not in frequent contact with money or food, sanitize them frequently anyway. Also, have surgical masks handy. I would recommend that anyone who is passing out candy or doing anything that brings them in close contact with your guests use a fresh surgical mask as opposed to a cloth one. Now, I'm not saying this because cloth masks aren't effective. I'm saying it because you don't know when the last time that person with the cool face mask last washed it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've got one that I keep in my car and I hang it off my turn signal indicator. And when I go into a store, I take it out, I put it on. When I come out, I take it off and I hang it back up. I don't wash it every time I use it. Now, should I be admitting to that? Probably not. But I also don't use that mask when I do an event. Um, if you give everyone a fresh surgical mask, then there is absolutely no question that they are using a clean, sanitary mask as they interact with your guests. That's going to give you, and frankly, a lot of parents some serious peace of mind. Something else to do. Wipe down surfaces frequently. I know we talk about this, we talk about this, we talk about this, but you have to keep it in the front of your mind. Try to limit the bathroom use if you can, and make sure that you have folks whose job it is specifically to just clean up and wipe down surfaces. That's all they do. If we keep our settings sanitary, we keep our guests safe. And please make sure you're following social distancing guidelines. It's more important now than ever. With this many kids participating in an event like this is a dry run for Christmas and Santa season, when it's going to be a lot colder and events will be in much closer quarters. You are going to learn a lot this weekend about how to hold your next big seasonal events and any events in the next 2 months. So treat this video like a last minute checklist of what you need to do before opening the gates, or more likely, knowing you folks as I know you, as an affirmation that you've planned correctly and accordingly and will make this Halloween as much fun as any other. And I know I've said it before, but make sure you and your team are enforcing your rules. It's your event. If you're producing the event yourself or if you've been hired to put it on, make sure that it is understood that you have rules and guidelines to follow and there can be no exceptions. You have the power to make these events stand out in difficult times, and you have the tools to keep them safe. Thanks for joining us today. If your organization is planning some big seasonal events and they're stuck as to how to make them safe or keep them safe, give us a call. New Latitude Event Solutions helps you reimagine your events and brings your development goals to a new latitude. You can find us on Facebook. New Latitude Event Solutions. Elevate your expectations.